My name is Siti Hajjar binti Latip, Coordinator for Energy and Environment from Research Nexus UiTM. Will be the moderator for today. So we would like to have a very warm welcome to our invited speakers today, Associate Professor, Technologies, Chemist, Dr. Ahmad Nizam Malek from UiTM. So today we will having a sharing on Kurita Water and Environment Foundation's grant that actually the application period will be on the 1st April. It's already opening 2022 to May 13, 2022. And actually Kurita Overseas Research Grants is support scientists for grant is to support scientists from Asian nationality who are conducting research in their own countries. And the focal research area is water-related environmental science and technology. But the more precise will be explained by Dr. Nick later. So before we start, let me use our speakers today based on a very long actually curriculum details, but I just make it short, saya Doctor. So, Associate Professor Teknologi Chemist Dr. Ahmad Nizam Malek is now Director of Center for Sustainable Nanomaterials, CSNano, Ibn Sina Institute for Scientific and Industrial Research, ISIR, Universiti Teknologi Malaysia, UiTM. Dr. Nick is an Associate Professor from Department of Bioscience, Faculty of Science, Universiti Teknologi Malaysia. His field of expertise is in applied material science, applications of chemistry to biology and medical area, and specializing in bioorganic chemistry, inorganic antimicrobial agents, adsorptions, control release system, biomaterials, zeolites, clays, and also nanomaterials. So Dr. Nick's professional membership is in a Chartered Chemist in Royal Society of Chemistry, and also a professional chemist by Associates of Malaysian Institute of Chemistry, and also membership in international bodies as associate members for International Society for Development and Sustainable since 2018. And Dr. Ni also is a chairman of Malaysia Zeolite Associations and since 2021, and he owns research grants from international, industrial, nationals, and also UiTM worth 1.7 million, and supervise around 38 postgraduate students as a main supervisor. Published more than 114 from the journal index, book chapters, and other publication including books, and also have been invited as a keynote and plenary speakers around 10 international and national conference and seminar. Yang ini yang menarik ni Dr. Nick have 73 intellectual properties, patent file 13, utility innovation 3 and copyright 57. Ni kena share ni Dr. Nick, banyak ni. Okay, I think that's all from my, actually I have been compact all the 80 pages of the CV. So I hope I don't miss the importance from that. So now I would like to invite our speakers, Dr. Nick, to share with us about the Kurita Water Environment Foundation's KWEF grant. The floor is yours, Doctor. Thank you.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Thanks Dr. Associate Professor Dr. Siti Hajjar for the introduction about me. Okay. So this actually for my teamwork lah. It's not me alone lah doing the job. Okay. So for the teamwork actually. Okay. Hope you can hear me clearly. Okay. The sound is okay. Okay. Alright. That's good. So today I'll be going to share with you tips on how to secure Kurita Water and Environment Fund, or KWEF lah, KWEF grant, that's actually given by Kurita Water Industries, Kurita Water Industries from Japan. Okay, so actually I got this in 2019, and so okay, I will show you after this. So I'm Dr. Nick from UiTM, Universiti Teknologi Malaysia. Okay, my background is actually chemistry. I got my first degree in UiTM in chemistry, my master in chemistry, and PhD in chemistry. And I'm associate professor at Department of Biosciences. So that's actually my strength. My strength is my background is chemistry and application for the bioscience and medical application. Okay. Okay, Alhamdulillah on 2019. Okay, so I applied this in 2018. So 2018, and for your information, this KWEF ni grant is for what do you call this, researcher below 40 years old. Okay, so actually in 2018 I was 37. Actually, this year I'm 40. Okay, it looks like I know that it looks like I'm like 40, 50 above. Well, actually, I'm still young. Okay, I'm still young. I'm 40 this year. So I got this when I was in at age 30, 36, 37. Okay, so I applied this grant in 2018, and Alhamdulillah I got this in 2019 for 1 year lah, 2019 to 20, and start on October to September. I think I applied this in 2019, early year of 2019, and I got this approved by the investor, by the Kurita in 2019, and then because of the MCO, because of the BKP, so I think it's give 6 months for extending this project. Okay, so it's 1 year lah. Actually, it's for 1 year, and the total that I got is 400,000 yen. When we convert it, it's around 15 to 16,000 ringgit lah. Okay, so 15,000 ringgit ni is actually is enough for is enough to buy consumables, chemicals, and also some of the professional service like analysis, product material analysis, materials characterization, and many more lah. So it's actually it's not enough for student salary or student research grant or student scholarship. So it's not enough for that. So it's actually it's better for you if you already have student PhD student, or you already have master student, and then you want to proceed with you want to expand your research area, okay, into the environmental area. So it's good to have this to apply for this grant. Actually, before I got this, before I applied this grant, I got one internal grant from UiTM. So the project is almost similar, and I got one PhD student. And from there, I used the similar concept, similar scope, and I applied this KWEF lah. Okay, so you can see here, the title is Development of Silver Zoyl IDH Layer Double Dioxide Composite for the Removal of Bacteria, Cationic and Ionic Compounds in Water. Okay, so because my background is applied material chemistry, so I develop materials for the removal of these contaminants in water. Okay, so I will show you. The keyword water is very important when we want to apply for this grant. Okay, and then in 2020, okay, there was a talk given by Associate Prof. Dr. Noor Hayati. So Dr. Noor Hayati ni, she's from UiTM also, and she's president of IWA, International Water Association in Malaysia. Okay, and she's the chair for Malaysia National Selection Committee for this KWEF. Okay, actually, I think it's better to refer to this KWEF as Kurita grant lah. So I will refer to the Kurita grant lah. So during the talk, they said that she said that the proposal that why I got this grant, okay, because it is a winning proposal. Okay, the proposal that I come up with is a winning proposal. Actually, that's actually my what do you call this? My effort. Each time that when I want to secure any grant or I want to apply for any research grant, whether it is come from UiTM, because UiTM is a research university, so we have a lot of internal grant lah, or from MOHE, FRGS ke, PRGIT, RGS, or from overseas. There is also green chemistry funding from Royal Society of Chemistry. I will try my best to come up with a winning proposal. Okay, that's a winning proposal. That's why I got so many projects because of the winning proposal too. Whether you come up with the different scope on, but if you come up with a winning proposal, inshallah you can get the project lah. Okay. Okay, so for the Kurita grant, okay, we are as expert or we are researcher in our field. Okay, maybe here we have a background from bioscience, from biotechnology, from physics, from chemistry. If we at UiTM, okay, under Faculty of Science too, there are 4 departments. Department of Mathematics, Department of Biosciences, Department of Chemistry, and Department of Physics. So they have their background, okay? But we all can apply for this grant as long as we need to fulfill their scope, okay? The scope. I will show you after this what is the scope of this Kurita grant lah, okay? So the most important is to understand the purpose and aim of the Kurita Foundation. So actually it's better if you can after this lah, because I will not show you everything on Kurita grant ni. You can go to their website and then try to learn what actually the scope of the funding. Okay. Okay, so I will give you 4 tips, general tips lah on a winning proposal. First, on how we can generate our idea. Okay, like I said before, we have different background. Some comes from physics. So from physics, they are looking at the materials and focusing on the materials phenomena. So is it related to Kurita scope or not? Let's see after this. And also, I'm from bioscience. So there are lecturers that have a background or expertise in molecular biology, okay, in molecular biology. So is it related or not to Kurita? And also from chemistry, kalau chemistry, because I'm from chemistry, we have environmental chemistry lah, okay. And also in chemistry also there is analytical chemistry, okay, analytical chemistry that we usually take a sample from environment, okay, from water and then analyze it. So this example lah. So we have actually different background. So how we can suit to this, we can come up with a proposal and then it's fulfill the scope of the Kurita grant. Okay, we'll show you after this. And then after that, from that research scope, we can design our research methodology. Okay, design research methodology and fill in the form. For Kurita grant, fill in the form is really, really important. Okay. Once there is one mistake in the form, it's like a TKO. It will remove you from the list. Okay, because panel actually in for the Kurita and the panel is just only 3 in Malaysia lah, just only 3. And there are also panels from the representative from the Kurita water industries from Malaysia lah sebenarnya. Kurita Water Sdn Bhd, okay, from Malaysia. It's a branch in Malaysia. So they don't have much time to read all of the proposal. So first thing is that they will remove the proposal that is not following the format, because it's actually if you have experience in filling in the form of this for this Kurita grant, you will find that it's very it's very complex. So, and then it's hard to fill in because it is using Excel, and then you cannot change it, and then you need to come up with very concise words, and the information is also very limited. So fill in the form also is very important in Kurita grant. And then after that, submit. Okay, submission before the due date. Okay, submission before the due date. Okay, let us look. Okay, if you go to the this website KWF ni, okay, they mention about this KWF support scientists of Asian nationality who are conducting research in their own countries. The focus research, so this is very important, water related environmental science and technology. So the keyword is water. Okay, here some notes here. KWF is intended to support academic research. Research program aimed primarily at generating business profit will not be adopted. So you can see here, research program for the business will not be adopted. So that's why actually it's better for you to focus on fundamental study lah in this. Scientists who are conducting research in Japan should apply the domestic research. So it's not related to us lah. Okay, there are some information about this Kurita grant. Research subject related to water environment. So this I want to emphasize here. Water environment in the applicant's country can be applied. So this research period from 1st October to 30th September 2023. So it's just for 1 year only. Okay, and maximum amount is 400 yen per research per project. 400 yen is around 15,000 ringgit or 16,000 ringgit for 1 year. Okay, this is actually I want to emphasize here. When you want to generate the idea or research scope, okay, before you fill it in the form, it's better for you to relate all of your background, okay, various background that you have, or you have specific background to the water related environmental science technology. So the keyword is water. Okay, you can see the examples of appropriate research subject here. Okay, either in the field of water or wastewater treatment. Okay, water quality analysis, sustainability of water environment sanitation, water ecosystem, agricultural water use, industrial wastewater treatment. Okay, so these are examples, but not limited to this one. Okay, some example. But the keyword is water. Okay, when we talking about pollution, so it's water pollution. Okay, when we talk about contaminants in water. When we talk about sensor for water application, so anything related to water. Okay, if you come up with a photocatalyst, okay, photocatalyst that can degrade the contaminants in water, okay, not focusing on photo degradation too, okay, but focusing more on water. Okay, so this is my research scope, because my background is applied material science. My background is chemistry. Okay, actually during my master and also until now, my research is on the adsorption. Adsorption is we develop the adsorbent. Adsorbent is a material that can be used to adsorb contaminants to remove various contaminants in water. Okay, so if you can see here, this is example lah. So this is my title, development of silver zeolite LDH So this is the material, the composite is the material that can be used to remove bacteria, cationic and ionic compounds in water. So the scope of my study is materials for water treatment. Okay. Issue why of course lah, when we come up with a research, we need to come up with a problem statement, or we need to find out what is the issue that we want to highlight or we want to solve. So issue here is that there are various compounds and contaminants in water. So we need to have one adsorbent that can remove all of these contaminants in water, including bacteria. Okay. So the solution to develop material having function to remove all of these contaminants in water. So very simple. Okay, it looks simple, but to come up with a soluble isolat IDH, it needs fundamental from us lah. Okay, fundamental or from our research experience. Okay. So if you ask me, okay, so how about the scope? Is it big? Okay. Is it too small? So the scope, what you can do is that what you can plan is actually for 1 year only. Okay, for 1 year only. Because if you want to come up with a research proposal, we need to make sure that scope is big enough for the duration. Okay, like for FRGS, we apply for 2 years or 3 years. So the research scope too must be for 2 or 3 years. Okay, that one is okay lah. It's too long, it's okay. So you can have so many things that you need to do. But this one for Kurita grant ni just for 1 year only. For 1 year ni, actually it's not enough for PhD student. However, it can be carried out by student PhD just for what do you call this, half topic or half scope of the PhD, or for one master student, or for one final year undergraduate project student, or for one master mid-smoke student. Okay, so that's actually for one PhD is not enough. You need to have other research grant to support this. Okay, so this actually, if you don't have PhD student or if you don't have master student, it's good just if you just have a final year undergraduate project, but you need to supervise it very carefully so that this student can can achieve the objective that you already planned. Okay, so the scope just only for 1 year, and the amount of grant is just only 15,000 only. Like I said, 15,000 ni is just for consumables or chemicals. Okay, or submit. There is also one scope for one budget scope lah. It's for traveling. But I didn't use it for traveling. I use it for consumable and chemical consumables and consumables and chemicals. They are actually in the one scope lah, similar scope. Another one is professional service, because my in my research, so when I develop the materials, when we synthesize it in the lab, we need to submit for characterization for the SRD, X-ray diffraction analysis, for the scanning electron microscope. So that actually needs money. Okay, 200 ringgit per sample or 300 ringgit per sample lah. So that's actually enough for that only, not for salary. Okay, so that's actually that one is tips number 2, which is design research methodology based on 1 year and also based on 15,000 ringgit. Okay. So actually before I start come up with a proposal, I will always try to understand what the investor want. Okay, who is the investor? Because Kurita ni, it's not just only Kurita actually. Is investor to come from agency, okay, FRGS for example, it's come from Mohe. So we need to know what Mohe wants. Okay, if we go to Teknologi Development 1 or Teknologi Development 2 under MOSTI, So what Musti wants actually? Musti ni is more on innovation and commercialization. Kalau Mohe itu is more on what do you call this, student. Okay, more on student, more on the fundamental research. Okay, so for Kurita also we need to find out who is the investor and what is the aim of this investor. Okay, if you can see here, these are list of donators lah. Donator to investor, Kurita Water Industry, they have the Kurita Service, all of them are actually it's like a consortium of the Kurita Water Industries too, from Japan. Okay, and then if you see here, board of director is come from the from Kurita Water Industries, and also the managing director also come from Kurita Water Industries, and director is come from different university lah, as the advisor. Okay, so it's actually come from the Kurita Water Industries. So if you have time, you can go to www.kurita.co.jp or just Google Kurita Water. So it will go to this website. Okay. So from the website, it will give information about the Kurita, about the many things actually. It can be said many things. One of them is corporate philosophy. Okay, so this is corporate philosophy of the Kurita Water Industries. You can see here is a study the property of water, master them, and we will create an environment in which nature and man are in harmony. So you see, these are the keywords that we can use to put it in our proposal. These are the keywords, and the keywords are water. Keywords are environment. Okay, keyword is nature, men are in harmony. So those are keywords that we need to highlight in the proposal. Okay, you can see here, Kurita Group will contribute to facilitate the coexistence and shared prosperity of the natural environment. Natural environment also is the keyword that you can use. Human society, the keyword that you can use. Okay, talking about water. And then I see each individual of Kurita Group will adopt its customer point of view and solve their water and environmental issue. So that's actually the purpose of this Kurita, or their punya philosophy of this Kurita. They want to solve water and environmental issue. So that's why when we come up with some materials, we want to treat water. Okay, so that's why in the proposal, actually do not talk much about the fundamental behind the materials too. Okay, but we talk more about how those material can be used to remove those contaminants. Okay. So this is one of the what do you call this, the keywords lah that you can use, or the Kurita Water philosophy. Okay. So they also want our research or our project ni is more towards their corporate philosophy. Okay. So here, use keywords from Kurita website in your proposal. Okay, actually, so when I read this, when I go through Kurita website, and also there is also talk by the president. So their president also emphasized on the water treatment, environmental issue, and many things. Okay, so we need to highlight this in the proposal. Okay, so we are expert. Okay, we have our expertise. So we try to give research or come up with a product or project that can solve environmental issue. Okay, or water related issue. It's not just only water issue lah. Maybe can come up with analysis of water something. Okay, analysis of heavy metals in water, for example. Analysis of contaminants of emerging concern in water, for example. Okay, and you can also find out the list of overseas research grant. You can see the title, and almost the title tu they also give the keywords of water ke, river, lake. Okay. So most of the titles too, they have the word water. Okay. Okay, for actually this Kurita is not just only for Malaysian, it's also offered to Vietnam, Thailand, and also Indonesia lah. Okay, so for Malaysian, there is a specific guideline. Okay, so these are the criteria. First is must reside in Malaysia. The applicant must conduct research at University, College or Associated Institute in Malaysia, and it should be master degree or higher. Okay, the applicant should be young academician, young researcher, or master candidate. This one, under 40 years of age. That's why I'm telling you that I was in 37 that I applied this grant, and now I'm still young and 40. Okay, and actually master and PhD candidates also can apply this, and they need to get approved. They need to get approval from supervisor. Okay, you can also ask your master student or PhD student to apply for this. Okay, but make sure that this student need to follow the scope lah. The scope is water. Okay, and then this proposal will be evaluated by selection national selection committee. Ni lah Associate Professor Dr. Noor is the chairperson, and they are actually and her background is biology, environmental biology. Okay, environmental bioscience lah. And there are also committee from the representative of the industry. Kurita Senderan Berhad, Kurita Water Senderan Berhad, I think. Okay, and then the successful, what do you call this? The board decision on the successful applicant will be the end of August by letter lah. Okay. Okay, and then download the application form from the bottom of this page. Okay, so you need to get this application form from the website. Okay, and then in the Excel format. So these are some of the important notes lah. Okay, do not send the application form to the chairperson of the selection committee. If email does not open, please contact us. If you do not receive reply email, please check your spam mailbox or make an inquiry. Okay, you need to submit to the secretary of the Kurita, not the selection committee. Okay, so this is also very important lah. Before 30th May. Okay, dah tak lama dah tu. Ke depan dah cuti raya. Okay, sempat lagi ni. So these are some notes lah. Application have to be done by application himself or herself. Incomplete application will not be accepted. Application submitted before or after application will not be accepted. Ni macam TKO lah. Okay, they will remove you in the list of applicants. Applications once submitted cannot be replaced. When your application form arrives to KWF, we will send you reply email. So you need to make sure that you got this reply email. Okay. If you do not get it, so you need to check the spam mailbox or make an inquiry lah. Okay, and they will be closed on due to national holidays. Okay. Okay, I will share you my previous proposal. Okay, actually I highlight here smart. So when you want to come up with any proposal, actually not just only for Kurita grant, we need to use smart criteria lah. What is smart criteria? It's a specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and also time-based. This actually we refer these techniques for to come up with research objective. But you can also come up with the research scope, research methodology design. Once you want to come up with once you want to come up with the want to design your methodology, you can use smart criteria. Okay, and also the objective also referring to the smart criteria. Because this is also referring to the time based. Time based is just only for 1 year, and relevant. This is relevant Relevant to what? Relevant to the water issue, or relevant to the application to water technology, science and technology. Attainable is the amount that you obtain for 100,000 yen to or 15,000 ringgit to is attained. Okay, it can be achieved within this duration. Measurable, okay, all of the objective, all of the result that you obtain can be measured, and it must be very, very specific to your research topic. Okay, so here you can fill in the form. So this is actually on 2019. You can actually see the newest lah, 2022. Maybe there is a little bit different. Okay, but I think it's almost the same je sebenarnya. Okay, almost the same. So you fill in everything, your name. Okay, so this what I said. Please make sure that the format is okay. The format, orang kata format tak lari. Okay, format still remain the same. Once you upload it and once you submit, it's all the same. Dia tak boleh nak panjang pendek, tak boleh. You need to fine tune. You need to know how to come up with Excel. So that's very important. Okay, so academic career, educational background, academic career, breakdown. Ni breakdown of expenditure. Okay, this example lah. It's just only you can actually buy equipment, okay, or tools here. Okay, you can buy pH meter, for example. But you need to change it to, you need to put it here in yen, but you need to convert in Malaysian ringgit lah. Okay, to convert in Malaysian ringgit lah. For example, you want to come up with pH meter, it's 2,000 ringgit. So in the 1,000 ringgit tu, what how much in yen? So you need to put there lah. No need to give very specific. 2,258 ringgit ke, no need. Okay, just give very rough lah. Because at the end, they will not asking you the details of the apa nama tu, details of the what do you call this, spend lah. Okay, and then consumable. Ni water analysis kit, media for antibacterial assay, analysis cost, characterization, including SRD, and also water analysis lah. And also maintenance, because there is, this one is for other ni including maintenance boleh. Okay, related to the I don't know what is other cost. I think you need to find out that, but this is actually very common lah for just 1 year only. Okay, and the total is 400,000 ringgit, 400,000 yen. You can put co-investigator, but I think it's just only limited to 1 or 2 only lah. Okay, because this is just for 1 year only, so no need to have too many co-investigator actually. Okay, if you just come up with your own research, it's okay. No need to have a co-investor. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, very important. This is what we call as a winning proposal. Okay, it's not me to say that. It's not me to say that it's winning proposal. Actually, it's come from the Dr. Noor Hayati. So she said that it is winning proposal. Okay, because actually I'm also have experience in evaluating a proposal from internal grant or from FRGS and from other grant also lah. So that's also my experience. Okay, first of all, title. So title must be very straightforward and also informative, and you need to put this keyword, water, or if you want to take a sample from river, you put it river. So river referring to water, or sea water, or lake. So those always water treatment. Okay. Okay, so this is just only one box here. Okay, that you need to put it everything. Okay, this is outline of proposed research. You need to put it problem, literature review, hypothesis, research methodology, expected result, and also list of reference in one small box only. So it must very concise. Okay, so you can come up. This is my suggestion lah. Okay, in a few sentences, first few sentences is about problem. Okay, do not explain this problem up to 5 sentences or 1/3 of this this box. Okay, no need to come up with that. Just very concise, because here the most important that a reviewer want to evaluate is that your technology or your research that can solve environmental issue. Your technology, not the problem. Okay, problem is known. Problem about pollution ke apa ke semua is known. No need to expand it too much. Okay, but the most important is that from here, one alternative approach ni until here lah, until this expected tu is your research. Okay, 2/3 of this outline of proposed research is about your research. It's about your technology that you want to propose for solving environmental issue. Okay. So this is just only problem, one sentence, 2 sentence lah. 2 sentence here just for one problem, and give the solution. Okay. And then this is your hypothesis or your scope together lah, theory, hypothesis, and give just only 3 reference or literature review, okay, from the various from the not current, this one's not current, but it's better for you to come up with a current this reference lah. Okay, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3 referring to the literature review, and then together with this is the methodology, and then at the end the expected result. It is expected that so this is the expected result, and then please give a list of reference. Okay, so it must very concise. Okay. And then another one is expected outcome during grant period. Also, the box is very small. Okay, you cannot give too many things here. You need to give very straightforward expected outcome. So this is actually what I did. I put it in the point form. Or you can come up with the form of statement, but the statement too must be very specific. Okay, here is the expected outcome that you can come out. Okay, first is optimize process in preparing composite of silver IDH. Okay, the product that we want to come out or process that we want to come out. So from this process, we can come up with a pattern. Actually, from here, I got one pattern for the process in outcome number 1. Okay, or maybe the IP in the form of copyright or trade secret. Okay. Third, scientific paper, of course lah. When we come up with the research, we can come up with a paper. But I did not mention about whether it's in the form of index ke Q1, Q2. No. Okay, just only scientific paper. Specific what is the scope of this paper. Book chapter on this scope. 2 final year undergraduate project involved in studying this matter, like I said, because just only for 1 year. Okay, a PhD student who's studying the whole process. So because for the PhD student, I have another project lah. Okay, and finally a product that can become an effective product for exhibition competition. Okay, so this is just example of expected outcome. This actually referring to your research scope lah. If you want to scope, come up with a product. So product, if your scope is come up with a fundamental or mechanism, I want to study the mechanism of adsorption, for example, or mechanism of biodegradation. So you can put there the mechanism of biodegradation, okay, or the process of preparing the biomaterial, for example, like that lah. Okay. Okay, and then when you want to come up with the scope or outline of the proposed research too, actually your fit is just only 20%. Okay, for example, like you are expert in material science or expert in microalgae or environmental biotechnology. So that's actually your field. But the 80% is come from the KWF scope. Like I said, what is the scope? Scope is the application of water, application for water treatment, sustainability or environment. Okay, with the keyword is water. And then fill it in the form and then you submit. Once you submit, you will get this, you submit to Kurita Sec at KWF ni lah, email, and then after that you will receive the reply email. Thank you for applying to our overseas research grant program. You have accepted your application. Okay, and then so this is actually application form. Okay, submit to the Kurita secretary lah. Okay, and then finally, alhamdulillah, I got this letter. Okay, hard copy actually. They gave by mail, not by email, by mail. So I got that, and then after that there will be a process lah on how they want to what do you call this, give the money, and make sure that you need to give money to UiTM lah. Okay, and we manage this under RADI system. Okay, research management system lah. Okay, UiTM. And then alhamdulillah on I was selected lah as the best research award representing Malaysia. Okay, representing Malaysia for this 2019. Okay. And then you can also got the you get the information about this Kurita grant in the Facebook. Okay, you can find this Kurita Overseas Research Program. So sometimes they will give some information, or they will come up with a webinar. Okay, webinar on how to come up with a good proposal, and also webinar from the sharing session from the previous applicants. Okay, so with that, thank you. Actually, I have this. I want to have this opportunity, okay, to promote this. We have third Bioenergy Research Seminar and Conference 2022. They will organized by Center for Sustainable Nanomaterials. Okay, that will be held on August in Putrajaya. So hopefully you can join us. So I think that's it, Chairperson.
Thank you, Dr. Nick. Thank you for the sharings. And now we open the sessions for question and answer. So the participants can directly ask Dr. Nick by unmute your mic or type your questions in chat box. So Dr. Nick, let me get the ball rolling first. The most important is your age, isn't it? You must make sure that you are not exceed 40 years old from the dates of the submissions.
Yes.
Isn't it? Okay.
That's why I said that I'm still young.
Saya dah exceed lah, tak boleh lah kalau macam tu.
You can ask your junior lah. You can ask your colleague with below 40, and then you can become co-investigator. Co-investor macam tu lah. Okay.
Co-researcher
lah.
Okay, Dr. Nick, another things when you share on us about the examples of the proposals for the expected outcome, is it necessary there are any, like FIGS, we have to come up with index publications, you know? This one, no. So is it necessary that we have to go for patents, scientific papers, apa macam tu? Dia memang ada ke requirements ni?
No, there is no criteria on expected outcomes ni. It's actually expected outcomes is typical when we do research. What we will produce. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's typical. Maybe some of you come up with the analysis only. So maybe there is no patent on that or IP, but focusing on analysis on the result that it can contribute to community. So for example, like want to determine the level of heavy metals in water, for example in river, or maybe apa nama tu, related to Sungai Kim lah kan. There is a toxic compound in the Sungai Kim, for example. So this actually will contribute to the community, or will contribute to the apa nama tu, DOSH, will contribute to something. So you can put that the expected outcome that will contribute to the community or contribute to the agency. So it's not specific for patent because this is actually my nature of research. So my nature of research, I will come up with the materials. So in that materials, the process of synthesis this material can be patented. Okay, and it will come up with a product that can be this innovative product lah for exhibition competition. So it's not necessarily come up with a patent, come up with a, but if we come up with a research, scientific paper is really important lah, betul?
Yeah. Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Okay, there are a question from Dr. Kavi Raja. Doctor, could you share your experience of conducting this Kurita research during pandemic time?
Pandemic time. Actually,
Yeah.
luckily, because I got this in 2019 kan, 2019. I planned this early actually. I planned this early. Okay. Actually, for your information lah, if I want to come up with a research proposal, I make sure that I already done this before. So I did the research. I asked my FIUP student because we have a final year project student every year, kan? In every semester tu we will get final year project student. 4 students, sometimes 3 students, sometimes 5 students, and also I will have a mixed mode student, a free student lah. So I will ask them to come up with this project first, and then when I see there is a chance to apply for any grant, so I will apply. So I did this in 2018. At that time, I already have my student already done many works lah. And then during the pandemic too, we just focusing on paper because we already get the result. So we are focusing on the paper, we're focusing on the chapter, on the pattern, but for the product lah.
So the data is already there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because the amount is quite low lah from the usually we get from FRGS, isn't it? So but the orang kata international grants tu yang kita nak tu sebenarnya kan.
Yes.
Okay, betul. So we have to plan smart lah, especially during the pandemics ni. We don't know, okay? Betul, Doctor. Yes, it's a very good sharing, Doctor.
Betul.
So another question.
Actually for the during pandemic ni, we cannot say that we cannot go to lab and then doing this or that. Actually, what I did actually, I'm focusing really more on writing part. I'm also asking students, no need to defer, no need to extend your semester. Okay, just stay becoming a student and focusing on paper. Because paper ni banyak lah, review paper boleh kan, sama other things lah. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. We can do anything that we can when we do at home. Update the thesis, submit papers. Okay, there are one question, Doctor. Ni pasal age yang saya tanya tadi. Those who already achieve 40 this year based on year 2022, however it was referring to based on the month ataupun the exact 40 will be on the end of the year. Is it possible to apply KWEF?
Achieve 40 this year based on the month exact 40.
Dia ikut bulan dia lahir ke ataupun kira tahun tu sampai hujung tahun dia 40?
That one is very technical lah. That one is very technical. Actually you can try it. Ini dia punya itulah. Mana tadi?
Or maybe they can.
This one. Under 40 years of age.
Under 40 years.
Under 40 years of age lah. For master or PhD candidates. I'm really not sure about it because it's very technical.
Yeah, correct.
But you can try. Try.
Yes. Betul. Sebab 40 years tu, tapi to be safe, like what Doctor suggests, we can collaborate with young researchers to be a co-researchers for this proposal, for this grant, because it's quite a good grant. So Doctor, I want to ask about your experience when you are submitting. There are any process after that? Some grants need us to to defend our our proposal.
No
There are
need, no
any
need.
stage after that, after you submit?
If you can see here, okay, I submit through email and then wait lah. Wait.
Oh,
And
okay.
then after that, I got this letter. Itu je.
Alright. So tak adalah kena defense ke, kena pitching ke apa ke
No need. No need.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum Dr. Hajjar.
Salam.
Salam.
Dr. Noman, sila.
Ada soalan sikit.
Sila.
Assalamualaikum Dr. Nik, terima kasih atas perkongsian tips-tips tadi. Sebenarnya Dr. Nik ni senior saya masa buat master dulu kan dekat UiTM. Okay, actually saya ada satu soalan ni Dr. Nik, sebab saya pernah isi borang untuk mohon grant ni lah, tapi kena reject. Betul lah, memang dia punya cara untuk mohon, dia punya Excel formatting dia tu memang susah untuk kita edit. Memang kita tak boleh nak extend panjangkan dia, memang dia dah fix dah. Dia punya memang sangat susah lah kita nak comprisekan all the proposal tu dalam satu box yang kecil tu kan. Masa Dr. Nik present dekat awal-awal, jadi Dr. Nik kata kita kena highlight juga kita punya strength. So dalam proposal ni, macam mana kita nak highlight kita punya strength dalam proposal ni? Adakah perlu boleh ke idea saya kalau kita letakkan reference tu, antara reference tu adalah kita punya research paper kita sendiri dekat bahagian literature review, dekat outline proposed research ni.
Okay, thanks Dr. Rahman. Kita sini tak jauh pun lah. Muda lagi lah. Okay, so strength tu actually, strength tu dekat sini, dekat outline of proposed research tu. Itu strength. Jadi macam ni, my strength is on the applied material science, that I can use my background, okay, my strength tu to solve the water issue. Macam Dr. Rahman mungkin strength dia adalah photocatalyst.
Yes.
Kan? So photocatalyst tu, apa yang photocatalyst tu boleh buat untuk solve the environmental issue, to degrade the contaminants. Yang tu yang strength yang kita nak kena letak kat sini. Sebab dia punya panel examiner ni dia bukannya daripada bidang material tau. Dia bukannya daripada bidang macam mana dia macam ada daripada industri dan ada daripada biologi. Jadi ataupun dia bukan daripada bidang fizik, ataupun physical chemistry. So kalau kat dalam ni kita cerita berkenaan dengan dia punya fundamental of photocatalyst tu, jadi itu boleh mengconfusekan lah, ataupun menjadikan panel tu jadi tak faham. Dekat situ. Jadi kita banyak ceritakan dekat sini ni berkenaan dengan water. Our strength tu is written here. Faham tak Lokman?
I see. Okay, that's mean kita betul-betul kena fokus kepada application untuk treatment of water tu lah.
Yes.
So kalau macam saya contoh photocatalyst tadi, photocatalyst tu just kita sentuh on the surface sahaja, but we focus on the water treatment tu. Okay.
Ataupun mungkin ada novelty-nya kat situ. Novelty dia macam nak dope dengan something kan. So bila dope dengan something tu, itu adalah novelty dia tu yang kita nak cuba macam apa yang orang belum buat lagi lah. Kalau kita kata photocatalyst guna titanium dioxide je, rasa macam itu dah very biasa sangat. Tapi macam kita ni ada difference sikit. Okay, contohnya macam ni, saya letak dekat sini ni silver zeolite aldehyde. So yang tak ada lagi sebenarnya silver zeolite tu, silver ada antibakterial sekali. Tu gabungan lah, komposit dekat situ.
Okay, terima kasih.
Thank you Dr. Lokman.
Terima kasih.
Okay, regarding that's mean based on our panel punya expert, our proposals ni dia macam kita bagi a common terms lah Dr. It's not too scientific because not the total experts yang akan tengok lah, sebab some of them are from industry Dr.
Yes, from industry.
Okay, right.
Maybe some of them from civil engineering. Macam civil engineering. Kalau civil engineering ni memang dia fokus kepada wastewater treatment lah. Betul. Mungkin daripada kita ni ramai yang basic chemistry, basic physics, biology. So mungkin ada term-term yang kita faham tapi diorang tak faham. Jadi payah jugalah kita nak memahamkan kepada orang ni lah. Tapi jangan bagi terlalu layman sangat. Sebab benda tu macam ternampak biasa sangat.
Nampak saintifik pula ya.
Tak nampak saintifik pula, yes.
Okay, alright. Okay. So, any questions lagi from the participants today? Okay, ada daripada soalan daripada Umur Raihana. Salam doktor, at the end of this funding, do we need to report how much of the outcome that we have achieved throughout the 1 year period? Macam final report.
Ya, betul, memang ada. Dia ada borang dia. Okay, there is a form that we need to fill in. However, if we do not achieve all of the expected outcome, it's okay. Or the paper tu is dia punya status is just submit, not publish yet, it's okay. Okay. If we just only have one book chapter, it's okay. If we just only, that's why expected outcome ni must be very, kata apa, is achievable lah. Achievable.
Within 1 year.
Kan, within 1 year tu, macam for example tu final year ada project. So, at the end of the project ni, we come up with the outcome, to final year project, with the title, okay, already did this project. Okay. Seperti come up with the thesis. Okay, so memang ada lah, okay, for 1 year. And then we need to give the betul proof lah, everything. Okay.
Any progress report tak?
Progress report, no need. Progress report tu no need. Dia nak kena final year je, final. After end of this end of this project. Okay.
Okay. Right. Ada satu soalan lagi doktor daripada Nur Fatimah. Thank you Dr. Nick untuk perkongsian. Perlukah kita tekankan impact of research dalam proposal ni?
Impact of research tu dekat sini boleh. Kan? Tapi jangan terlalu panjang sangat cerita dia. Dalam ni macam ada impact. Jangan terlalu nak cerita sangat berkenaan dengan impact tu sampai terlalu ambil sentence tu terlalu panjang sangat. Okay. Dia punya, sebab saya pun pernah baca juga proposal daripada junior-junior staff ni lah. Okay. They put the impact tu is too many macam cerita untuk berkenaan dengan materials tu hidden. Tak nampak. Itu tak nak sebenarnya. Impact tu perlu juga tapi jangan terlalu banyak sangat. Contohnya macam problem statement yang ada kat sini ni 2 sentence je. Okay. Macam dalam English ni, bila kita come up dengan satu sentence tu, kita boleh gunakan satu perkataan yang boleh merangkumi semua benda. Kan? Merangkumi semua benda. Jadi tak perlu nak explain satu bendanya tu. Okay? Dia kena very sangat padat. Okay? Jadi impact pun perlu juga, perlu tekankan juga. Tapi jangan terlalu banyak sangat dia punya sebab kalau tak nanti dalam kotak ni akan jadi panjang. Padahal kita nak kotak ni mesti remain the same je. Macam Dr. Lokman cakap tadi. Because dia dah ubah dia punya kotak dia tu terlalu banyak sangat panjang sangat tulis sampai kena reject. So sebab tu dia kata reject, panel tu akan reject bila format tu lari. Itu je dulu. So nak jadikan nak dapatkan grant ni first follow format dulu yang penting. Okay. Okay, Dr. Siti.
So, any questions lagi? Siapa yang nak tanya boleh on mic. Lagi satu kan doktor, on the co-researchers tu, is it important for us to align letakkan team members yang macam doktor ada tunjuk tadi yang kat ujung sekali kita punya expert berapa persen and then areas of the Kurita berapa persen kan. So that's mean is it important also the team members yang kita masukkan dalam ni dia termasuk dalam 80% tu. In case lah kalau kita tak kita tengok ke?
Kita tengok yang tu. Yang macam ni lah co-investor kan. Kat sini ni kalau ada pun tak ada, kalau tak ada pun tak apa, dia tak tengok sangat. Sebab dia tak minta pun CV co-investigator ni. Unless kalau macam student master ataupun PhD yang apply lah. Ataupun mungkin postdoc yang apply, so kita sebagai co-investigator. Tapi kalau kita nak apply seorang-seorang pun tak ada masalah. Okay. Dia tak minta pun sebenarnya. CV ke maklumat.
Maknanya student pun is allowed to apply kan for this
Ya,
grant?
betul. As long as bila 40 lah. As long as reside in Malaysia, from Malaysia macam tu lah.
Okay,
Asia
alright.
country.
So maybe we don't have any questions lagi, Dr. Nick. Last tips for those who wants to apply for this grant.
Last tips. So bulan Ramadan, bulan mulia ni doa lah banyak-banyak.
Itu maknanya kena buat sekarang sebab tinggal lagi sampai Isnin je.
Ya. Ni lah betul, last tips ni kat sini lah. Okay, outline of proposed research ni. So yang ni lah nak kena buat betul-betul. Okay, untuk fill in the form tu yang kat atas tu tak ada masalah. Okay, daripada sini, start daripada sini. Okay, maklumat ni okay lah. Okay, yang penting jangan lari. Jangan dia punya format tu jangan lari. Masuk kat sini pun tak ada masalah. Ini pun consumable is very, dia tak tengok sangat lah. Tapi kena very detail lah. Tapi apa yang dia tengok dekat sini, outline of proposed research. So the panel tu will look at this. So ini ni yang memang nak kena very concise, dan we put all of the elements here and make sure that each of the sentence tu dia memberikan makna. Okay, each of the sentence, each of the point here tu tak perlu nak terlalu detail ataupun spesifik atau panjang banyak sangat, tapi dia memberikan makna for each of the sentence, each of the words tu. Itulah saya punya tips yang terakhir. Okay, itu Siti, it's very important lah.
Okay. Lepas tu last Dr. ni I nak tanya, kalau kita punya postgrad students is submitting, so they will go through all their email sama semualah, cuma kita akan jadi sebagai co-researcher lah macam tu kan, as a supervisor, betul tak?
Ya, betul. Betul. Cuma nanti bila, let's say for example kalau dapat nanti dapat bagi kat student. Tapi masalahnya dia macam Tori. Saya pun ada dapat Tori, student yang dapat Tori. Jadi Tori ni dia bagi kat student. Jadi dia nak kena ada satu mekanisme yang dia masuk ke UiTM, bukan bagi kat tangan student. Itu pun ada satu hal juga lah nak kena bincang.
Oh ya, betul. So maknanya dia akan bagi kepada account student sekarang macam tu ya?
Dia tak boleh buat macam tu.
Kan?
Sebab dia buat student. Tapi dia kena, maknanya dia punya Research Management Center di UiTM ni, UiTM tu perlu create something. Macam mana nak dapatkan supaya dia masuk ke dalam supervisor punya account. Supervisor punya sistem.
Ya, betul. Betul.
Itu nak kena tu lah.
Kan? Kalau saya nak tanya last lagi. Ada tak pernah postgraduate students yang dapat Kurita ni daripada negara lain ke apa ke? They do awards juga?
Yang tu saya tak pasti sangat lah pada negara lain. Sebab kalau ikutkan ada juga yang daripada Pakistan dia buat kat negara dia. Tapi bukan kat sini saya tak pasti dia punya technical. Yang tu nak kena tengok balik. Itu technical.
Alright. Saya tengok ada lagi tak ada orang punya chat?
Dr. Hajjar, satu last question.
Yes, Dr. Luqman. Yes, last.
Saya ada perasan tadi dekat ruang expenditure tu, dia punya ruang tu memang sangat terhad. Kan? Lepas tu Dr. Nick kata kita kena masukkan sedetail yang boleh dekat bahagian ruang tu. Tapi ruang tu memang kita tak boleh nak extend ni dekat Excel ni, saya perasan. So, macam mana tu Dr. Nick? Memang kita tulis je ke yang kita tak nampak tu?
Tulis je lah. Tulis, panel pergi dekat situ, dia klik dekat Excel, dia keluarlah bendanya. Dia tulis je, jangan diubah. Jadikan dia wrap, mau buat kat bawah lah. Nak besarkan, patut nak jadikan dia font size tu bawah 7 lah, jangan. Tulis je, tapi janganlah tulis terlalu detail sangat. Macam ni pun jadi dah, characterization letak comma water. Yang belakang tu nampak tak? Water analysis, panjang lagi tu sebenarnya. Tapi duduk kat dalam tu. Tapi tak apa lah, submit je lah.
Memang submit macam ni ya? Dia memang
yes. Submit macam ni.
Okey. Itu saja.
Jangan dikombinekan yang atas dengan bawah. Jangan nanti combine apa nama tu dia punya kolom kan. Jangan buat macam tu. Maintain je.
Okay, thank you.
Betul, siapa yang tanya ni? Cik Muhammad Sufian. Yes, the application is on 13 May. Maknanya macam Dr. Nick katalah, bulan-bulan puasa ni ambil lah keberkatan Ramadan. Tulislah proposal tu, manalah tahu kan rezeki kita. But it was submission dia ends by 13 hari bulan 5. We have to
saya tak pasti tu, cuma
betul.
boleh pergi ke ni lah, pergi ke website dia tu. Boleh cuba ikut website dia tu.
Betul doktor, 13 hari bulan 5.
13 kan? Yes.
Ya.
Sinilah 13 Mei.
Ya betul. Okey, ada lagi kita yang nak bertanya last ni. Last sampai pukul 11. Alright, I think that was the end of our sessions, Doctor. Actually, for your information, we have around 56 participants in WebEx and also almost the same amounts in YouTube because we also bersiaran daripada YouTube. Alhamdulillah. So, thank you very much, Associate Professor Dr. Nick, for sharings and tips on the Kurita Overseas Research Grants 2022 on behalf of Office of Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Research and Innovations, UiTM. I would like to thank you and also everyone who are joining our webinars today. Okay, and wish all the best on your submissions and also Selamat Hari Raya. Maaf zahir dan batin. Thank you Doktor. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you UiTM. Thank you.